Hey everybody, welcome back to Kiki Loves Nigeria. How is everybody doing this Saturday? I hope everybody is doing wonderful. I am doing just fine. I want to thank you for taking this time to join me on your Saturday evening. And we have a lot to talk about. So, first, let me introduce myself. My name is Kiki Loves Nigeria. I am the host of this show. And on this show, we talk about anything and everything that has to do with you visiting Africa, repatriating to West Africa, or expatting to West Africa. Whatever, even, just you going for a visit. We talk about anything that might impact that. Because I firmly believe that with Africa, you only have one shot. Okay, just got one shot. So either you have a great time the first time you go and you love it, or the first time you go, you have a terrible time and you hate it. And then you never want to go back. So I feel like my job as a content creator is to help you understand how to navigate your way in Africa. That way, when you go, you'll be better prepared. And when you're better prepared, you won't get scammed. You won't get taken advantage of. You won't get involved in romance scams. You won't get involved in financial scams. You won't get involved in anything that's detrimental to you and your health. For those who are new, I've been to Africa. I'm planning my 12th trip to Africa. Okay. I've been to 3 different countries. I've been to Cameroon. I've been to Nigeria 6 or 7 times. I can't even remember because I went so much. And I've been to Gambia 3 times. I'm planning my 4th trip to Gambia now. So, and I've also studied Africa at the university. Okay. I've studied that. That was Africa was my concentration. That's what I studied. That was the what I wanted to study, African history. Okay. So it's not like I'm just sitting up here just talking. Okay. So that's my background, because there's a lot of new people on here who don't really know me and they just think I'm on here just talking. And no, that is not the case. So again, welcome to Kiki Loves Nigeria. Tonight we're going to continue our conversation talking about Daniel and Life with the Kings. Daniel of Life with the Kings, I should say. So tonight we have a lot to talk about. Since we've been together last week, so much has happened. Okay. So much has happened. Okay. So we got to kind of get started like right away. So I told you who I was. I told you what we do on this channel. And what else do I need to tell you? Let me get my script. And let me make sure, because I don't want to forget anything. And let me know, please, if you can't hear me. Okay. So our topic tonight, we're supposed to have a guest to come on tonight, and he's going to talk about how he was scammed. He's going to tell us his story, how he was scammed by Daniel, okay, from Life with the Kings. He's going to tell us about that. But until he comes here, I have a whole bunch of things that I need to discuss with you guys. We need to get these things discussed so we can get this information out. Because with this story, this is the first story that I've ever had that actually had this much information. Like, it's hard for me to keep up with it. So if I haven't responded to your email, you got to know that it's because I'm busy. I have a full-time, position. I don't just do YouTube. I have a real life position in real life. So I do YouTube. It's kind of like my hobby. Okay. So I do get to it, but sometimes, especially with this story, it's just a lot. It's a lot. Okay. So please be patient with me, because I will get to you. It might just take me a little longer than I normally, it normally takes. The turnover time is taking longer. And plus, you got to remember, I have to go through the information. Okay. I have to go through it. I have to listen to it. I have to go through the information. I have to make sure the information is good. I have to make sure this isn't, some made up story. I have to make sure there's receipts to match the story, because you can't just come and tell me something. You got to have some receipts. So I got to make sure there's receipts to match the story. And all of that takes time. And then for me to put out a video about it, that's going to take even longer because videos take forever to do. You have to do everything with them. So, again, please just be patient with me when it comes to this story. I am truly going as fast as I can. And I do not want to put out false information, in a hurry, in a haste, just to get the information out. Okay? So, uh, I see these comments is coming in real heavy. So I thought I would go through them, and everybody's just saying hello. And I want to again welcome you guys to Kiki Loves Nigeria. And if this is your first time, please subscribe to our channel because this is our channel. We talk about things that are important to us as a community, and we react. No, we don't react. We respond to those issues as a community. All right. So please consider subscribing to the channel. Please share the video and please like the video. All right, y'all. So we got that out the way. Now, let me make sure. Let me see where I am. All right, now tonight, oh, where did I get the video information? I got this information. A lot of this information, you guys, came from emails. It came from people writing me and sharing with me, their experiences, sharing with me their emails with Daniel, sharing with me their conversations with Daniel, sharing with me, voice clips of Daniel in different meetings. So these come from the people themselves who were a part of this, who were the victims, basically. They're the ones giving me this information, okay? Whew, and it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot of information, and it's a lot of sad information. Because when you look at the amount of money that this man has taken from these people, it's just it's unbelievable. It's truly, truly unbelievable. And then I watch YouTube videos to try to get Daniel's position because I'm trying to understand his side of the story. Okay, so I watch YouTube videos to try to see what happened and where what does he think happened. So I do that. I get the information from that. I also get the information from comments and, like I said, emails and interviews. All right. So a lot of what I do, it comes from, I use a lot of videos because videos are primary sources. Okay. Because I don't believe in gossip. I don't believe in rumors because that's the problem in our community all too often. Instead, we have gossip and rumors. So I like to use facts. I only use facts. Okay. So I don't gossip. I don't spread rumors, but I do spread facts. All right. So one of those things that I use, a source that I use, are videos. YouTube is an excellent source for videos, primary source for videos. So I use a lot of YouTube videos. But to do that, I need to share with you this fair use that says it is okay. Well, I'm basically explaining why I'm using these people's videos. All right. So let's put this up here. Hold on, y'all. Let me get it pulled up first. Okay. Let me get it pulled up. Oh, you know what? I just remembered I did close it because it was on my desktop. Is this it? Yeah, there it is. Okay. All right. So this is my fair use disclaimer. It says the content on Kiki Loves Nigeria may contain copyrighted content, not authorized for use by the owner. However, no copyright infringement is intended. Copyright material used on this channel falls under fair use, Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, which states copyrighted material can be used for education, research, teaching, and commentary purposes, which is the explicit goal of this channel. Views expressed on this channel. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on Kiki Loves Nigeria belong solely to the author and not necessarily to the community, host, or the channel. All right. So now that we got that out the way, let's get started. So look, when I'm researching this story, I'm constantly hearing in my head how this whole situation resembles Jim Jones to me. And Jim Jones was this preacher when I was really really little, and I remember these people. I remember my grandma watching it on TV for one, and I remember these people uh, seeing all these people laying out. I thought they were asleep because I was a little girl, so I'm thinking they're asleep. But my grandma was really upset, and I remember her saying, "That man made all of them people unalive himself." And I'm like, what man? What is she talking about? So I never really understood the whole thing, but I just remember looking at it on TV and being really, really scared. So when I was working on this story, I'm reminded, of this Jim Jones because, hold on, y'all. I'm reminded of this Jim Jones because of the way the people are, um, the way he's acting, and the fact
And then look at the mental health and
that he still has people following him is scary to me. So I said, okay, this is really getting scary. This like this Jim Jones stuff, right? So I said, well, maybe the people don't remember Jim Jones. Maybe they don't remember what happened. And so I'm like, okay, and by now they should have figured out what was going on inside of Jim Jones's head and what happened to make the people want to follow him like that. So I thought maybe this would help people understand what an occult is. Okay, what a cult is, not an occult. A cult is, I'm sorry. What a cult is, okay? A cult is like a spiritual, like a whole different thing. But a cult, okay? So that's what he's gonna explain to us. Okay, so you can understand and you can be able to see the signs for yourself, because just listening to me tell you, no, that's not enough. You have to be able to spot the signs of these charismatic leaders who call themselves leaders, who are have this cultish behavior, and before you know it, you're heavily involved in this cult. Okay, so let's check this out real quick so we can kind of get a better understanding of what's going on
specifically,
here.
I've seen questions about Jim Jones. Just a reminder, I'm not diagnosing anybody in this video, only speculating about what could be happening in a situation like this. So I'm going to divide this video into the background of Jim Jones, then look at the timeline of the crimes, and then look at the mental health and personality factors. So starting with the background, James Jones was born on May 13, 1931 in Crete, Indiana. His family had financial struggles. His mother claimed that she had visions when she was pregnant that indicated Jones would be a great religious leader. She would remind Jones of this remarkable destiny quite regularly. So what could go wrong with that strategy? As a child, Jones was described as odd, obsessed with death, and highly interested in religion. He killed several small animals, and he regularly held funerals for dead animals. He often shot friends with a BB gun, so like an air gun that shoots BBs, and he even fired a real gun at one of his friends. I don't know why they remained friends with him. He was able to memorize long passages from scripture. This kind of reminds me of David Koresh from the Waco tragedy.
Pay
Jones'
attention,
father
people.
died in 1947. Jones did not attend the funeral, and neither did his mother. Because of his father's death and the loss of financial support that came with that, Jones had to take a job at a local hospital. People reported that he seemed to tolerate aspects of that job that other people did not like. For example, handling corpses. In the early 1950s, he gained experience working with different church organizations and eventually started his own church. He promoted racial equality, but it wasn't clear if he genuinely believed that or if he saw an opportunity to gain power and influence. For example, many of the anecdotes.
Now notice what he said he wanted. not to spread God's word. He wanted power and influence. Now, the person that we're talking about, what does that person crave? Power and influence. So you got to be able to remove the face from the situation and look at the behavior, people, and put a label on that behavior. Because he's not the only one who does this. You see, Jim Jones does this. Jim Jones isn't the only one who does this. This man just reminded us about David Koresh. This is a personality disorder. And again, I'm not diagnosing Daniel. I don't even know Daniel. I don't know nothing about Daniel but what I see on YouTube and what these videos or people are telling me and what people are sending me. That's all I know. So I'm not diagnosing anybody. I'm just responding to what I see.
He talked about where he fought for racial equality turned out to be false. As he progressed through his career as a religious leader.
He's a liar. He's a liar. Pay attention to put a name on the behavior, people. Forget the face. Listen to the behavior characteristics.
He became known as the mind-reading preacher. He would pay attention to all the details that people talked about and bring them up later as if he was able to read their thoughts. Jones grew in popularity because of his altruistic acts and his message of social justice. Members of his congregation noted that he reached out to minority communities and he often cared for the elderly. Jones staged an assassination attempt. He made it look like somebody tried to kill him, but the police didn't believe it. The members of his congregation, however, did believe it. He then came up with this conspiracy theory that the government was trying to destroy Indianapolis with a nuclear weapon. He moved to Brazil for a while, but that didn't work out. He came back to Indiana to find that his People's Temple, as he called it, was in disarray. In 1965, still using the conspiracy theory about Indianapolis exploding as motivation, he convinced 100 of his followers to come with him to California, eventually establishing churches in San Francisco, Los Angeles, and other cities. By 1973, his membership increased to almost 3,000 people. During this time, he was extremely popular with other religious leaders, politicians, and some celebrities. It's interesting that he could fool those groups so easily. He started to use fear tactics to his members to keep them loyal. For example,
who uses fear tactics? Who uses fear tactics on the members of their group?
One of his female members died in a car accident. So he told his congregation that he had asked her to meditate for a few minutes before she left in her car. She refused, and Jones said that's why she was killed. So kind of like an idea of reference.
And you haven't heard the tape, but I'm going to play it for you. But that's kind of what Daniel said about the chief today. The chief who's in hiding now because of all these things that jumped off in Ghana. He kind of said the same thing about him, that, he shouldn't have, he basically was rejoicing and he feels like this is some punishment for him, exposing him.
But he was using it to manipulate his followers. By this point, he was having multiple affairs. Jones would tell his wife that he needed to have sex with other women in order to retain his spiritual powers. And this resulted in Jones fathering a number of children. This is right out of the Deranged Cult Leader Handbook. Jones started to distinguish his spiritual beliefs from traditional beliefs that the members may have had coming into the congregation. He started to say that he was a deity, that he needed to be worshipped by the members. Interestingly,
who does that sound like? You will bow down. You will bow down. Who does that sound like, people? Who does that sound like? You gotta pay attention. You gotta pay attention.
He told his wife that he was an atheist. So if a deity is an atheist, does that mean they don't believe that they exist? I'm not sure how that works. His drug use started to increase dramatically. This caused his eyes to be red. So he started wearing sunglasses all the time. He explained that the reason he wore them was because he was so holy that if somebody looked into his unshielded eyes, they would burst into flames. I bet his optometrist was scared of him. That's one appointment you don't want to see on your calendar if you're an optometrist. I imagine it's kind of like the fire-breathing dragon's dentist, right? So maybe they were in a support group together. Jones started to draw scrutiny from newspapers. There were allegations that he was mistreating members. And this brings us to the timeline of his crimes.
Well, what do we have? Allegations that Daniel is mistreating members.
By 1977, the attention of the media was too much for Jones to handle. He was afraid of losing power. He moved his congregation to an agricultural settlement in the country of Guyana. He referred to the settlement as Jonestown. Construction had started on Jonestown several years before. Jones proclaimed...
Who else created a little town? Daniel. Daniel created a little town. What's it called? Judah. It's something like Judah. Judah. I know I ain't saying it right. Yahuda. It's supposed to, it's Judah, but it's Yahuda. Yahuda village. Is that it? Guess they were reading the same playbook, huh?
Settlement was a sanctuary from the media and a socialist paradise. The Jonestown settlement would expand to over 900 people as Jones targeted vulnerable individuals, for example, those with substance use problems and histories of crime. Jones continued to perpetrate fraud, claiming to have the ability to heal people and predict the future. He staged these elaborate events, which really had a number of like magic tricks that he would use. Even the members that helped him pull off these fraudulent exercises believed Jones was a deity. They thought he was saving his real supernatural powers for important tasks. So this really borders on delusional itself, if not totally there.
Exactly.
Jones held drinking the poison rehearsals. So he would have like liquid that the members would drink, and he would tell them that it may be poison, it may not be. And he kept doing this to condition them essentially to end their lives at some point. So he wanted to see from these exercises who would be trouble, how they would react when confronted with the end of their lives. And this really facilitated what he would do later on. He used brutal methods to keep members in line, including drugging them and causing them sleep deprivation. He told them that he had infiltrated the community with secret agents who would come to them and say things like they wanted to escape or the living conditions were terrible. If the members did not report these communications or they agreed with them, they would be severely punished. So he really kept everybody...
So remember when Bernard went to him and gave him all this information about the Lady Regina? Remember that? Remember the tape I played for you when he was reporting to him? So that's what the people did. Members who got in any little information, they would run back and tell Daniel. Same thing. You have to report the negative information. And then what did Daniel do to the people? He kicked them out of the group.
Separate and somewhat paranoid of each other. Jones also didn't allow talking for a significant portion of each day when voice recordings were being played across the settlement. All these factors really made it difficult for members to band together against Jones. Other members were kept in line by Jones'
and that's
story.
Another thing he did. They didn't even have each other's phone numbers. Okay, so they couldn't talk to each other outside of this Zoom meeting because he didn't want, like he just said, he didn't want them to band together. He didn't want them to unite. He didn't want them to compare their stories
of how dangerous leaving the settlement would be. He told them the jungle was full of mercenaries and tigers. Makes me wonder, wouldn't the tigers eat the mercenaries? I guess they were the tiger-proof variety of mercenaries. Jones also had a way of maintaining control over his inner circle. He forced them to prove their loyalty by signing blank power of attorney forms, false confessions that they had harmed children, and statements saying they had conspired to overthrow the government of the United States. He would hand them a firearm so their fingerprints would be on it, and then he would take it back and say he was going to frame them for murder using that weapon. Evidently, the conditions at Jonestown were horrible. It was hot, there were snakes and mosquitoes, and they could not grow much food because of the nature of the soil in the jungle. Many had expressed an interest in leaving, but again, they were afraid of Jones. There were many who stayed voluntarily. Some believed that being in Jonestown gave them a sense of purpose, expanded their understanding of reality, and alleviated feelings of isolation. A dispute over a child who was in Jonestown named John Victor Stellan, as well as complaints of several relatives of Jonestown members, started to attract the attention of California Congressman Leo Ryan. By the summer of 1978, there were also complaints of substandard living conditions.
So people were complaining,
intending to start their journey home. They also had Larry Layton, who was already...
The senator went there. So see, that's what you got to do, complain. Because they started complaining about there was fraud. They were told one thing, but when they got there, it was completely different. It was just like basically like a little slave camp. So people started complaining to their senator. The senator came there. The senator was unalived by him. People were leaving. People were scared, but some people were coming out to talk. Some people were really telling what was going on over there. So they were leaving. So they attacked the senators and they unalived the senator and they unalived some news people. It was really bad.
Wanted to live with him on another planet. You would think that they would just step back and say, hey, you go ahead and we'll catch aid, cyanide, and Valium. This is where the popular phrase drank the...
So after that, he gave the people they had practiced taking this Kool-Aid, okay? But after they had unalived the senator and all those news reporters, they knew that the United States was going to come there hard and heavy. They knew the Ghanaian government, not Ghana, it wasn't Ghana, it was Guyana. The Guyanan government was going to come there. They knew it was just a matter of time. So that's when he said he gave everybody this Kool-Aid to drink. I'm trying to get past this.
That hasn't been confirmed as far as I know. Moving to the mental health and personality factors now.
Okay, now this is what I want you to pay attention to.
Specifically to the behavior of Jim Jones, I want to take a quick look at the definition of a cult because it's pretty clear that he was operating one. There are many definitions out there, but the one I use has 7 items. A cult is authoritarian and manipulative. It uses
is this authoritarian and manipulative? I think we've proven, that this, whatever this is that they're doing in this WhatsApp group and Daniel is doing and selling these people lands, I think we can say that this is authoritarian and very manipulative.
Uses mind control strategies. It tends to target middle-class citizens. It is based around communal goals.
Who did he target? Middle-class citizens. What was it based around? A community, a village, a spiritual village connecting together. Pay attention, people. I'm teaching you something.
It uses aggressive conversion methods. It attempts to indoctrinate members using a system, and it employs a relatively new belief system in the culture of origin. So,
do you understand that? He wants you to believe what he wants you to believe. That's why he keeps telling you that God speaks to him. That's why he keeps telling you God told you. He told him he's the king of whoever, the king of whatever he was, the king of Judah. But God didn't tell us that, but he told him that. Don't you think God will tell us that? Don't you think we would know too? But he wants you to believe something new. He wants you to believe something that you wouldn't normally believe.
All 7 of these seem to line up pretty well with what we see in Jonestown. Now, the classic starting place for cult leaders like Jim Jones would be narcissism. It's easy to align his behavior with 8 of the 9 symptoms of narcissistic personality disorder. So grandiosity, fantasies of unlimited power, a belief that one is special, and arrogance are all met by the fact that Jones established Jonestown. So he established this community and he named it after himself. Also, he thought he was a deity. So again, all 4 of these are covered with that. An excessive need for admiration is the next symptom. We see this all the time with Jones. The sense of entitlement could be supported by the fact he stole from members.
Daniel has this excessive need for admiration. We know that. He went and he established these villages. The Yehuda village, that's only for the believers. Then there's the Ruby village. Then there's the Phase 3 village. Because I am this God, and God has spoken to me, and God has made me the leader. And I'm building these communities. Narcissist.
He was manipulative, and that's another symptom.
Well, we know he's manipulative. We know Daniel's definitely manipulative. And again, nobody's diagnosing Daniel. We don't know. We're not diagnosing Daniel. We're just responding to a video.
Probably this is the characteristic that really stands out the most with Jim Jones. We see Jim Jones had no empathy, no real empathy. He was good at feigning empathy. And
does this man have any does Daniel have any empathy? I showed y'all what he was saying to them people when they asked about their money. Does Daniel have any empathy for anybody? No. He doesn't feel nothing. Nothing.
Look at the symptom of having envy or believing other people envy you. This is the only one that's not.
And you know, they truly believe everybody envies them. Everybody wants to be them. Remember, he said Regina was jealous of his wife, and that's what this was all about. But he couldn't tell us what she was jealous of. You know, he couldn't get that part out.
Really clear with Jim Jones. I don't know if he would have manifested this even if he had it, because he was able to obtain everything he wanted. So it makes sense that he would have been envious, but we just don't see it in this context. So I left that one out. So again, 8 of 9 symptoms. Now, some cult leaders also appear to be psychopathic. More specifically, they have a number of traits from primary psychopathy. We see this as well here with Jim Jones. It's not surprising that his behavior aligns with antisocial personality disorder because of that disorder's relationship to psychopathy. We see alignment with 5 of the 7 symptoms. Repeated criminal behavior. Now, he wasn't held accountable for a lot of the wrongdoing he did.
The repeated criminal behavior is this fraud. even after he was told to stop. He continued this repeated criminal behavior, because fraud is a criminal behavior.
Did as a child, but he did involve himself in a number of crimes. Deceitfulness, we see this was really constant with Jim.
Is he deceitful? Has he been deceitful to these people? So all you people who still sitting there listening to him, all you people still going to them WhatsApp meetings, all you people still giving him money, has he been deceitful? You read the letter, but because he tell you it's not true, you're going to believe it?
Jim Jones, aggression and a disregard for safety. Murder qualifies for.
Does he have aggression and no disregard for safety? He has no disregard for safety, especially when it comes to other people, like Bernard's family. No disregard for safety. He has some people out in the middle of nowhere. Out in the middle of nowhere. And now can't anybody move on that land, because that land was not supposed to be sold. And he knew it. Does Daniel have any regard for anybody's safety? No, I don't think so.
For both of these, a lack of remorse. There was no evidence of remorse at any point.
Did y'all see any lack of remorse?
And with impulsivity and irresponsibility, here we don't really see an alignment. Like many people with primary psychopathy, these symptoms don't really seem to appear, even though otherwise they qualify for antisocial personality disorder. Now, after looking at narcissism and antisocial personality disorders, they don't seem to capture all his behavior. For example, he had extreme paranoia, maybe even delusions, irrational thinking, and an obsession with death. There are a few possibilities here to explain this. He could have had a comorbid psychotic disorder, but he also consumed a lot of substances. So much of this could have led him to paranoid thinking. As far as the delusions, it's hard to know if he was delusional or lying, which is a common problem when somebody lies all the time.
Right. We don't know if Daniel is delusional, or we don't know if he just lies all the time. Because it's one or the other. He's either delusional or he just lies all of the time.
So kind of stepping back from this, we see two key takeaways from the tragedy at Jonestown. First, Jones wasn't particularly convincing to most people that met him. Many people just thought he was a garden variety con artist. But what he understood, just like all cult leaders, is the importance of finding individuals with whom you can connect. And once they are.
That's what Daniel does. He finds individuals that he can connect. And what does he use? God. He uses God as his tool to connect with these individuals.
Identified. It's about control. He was a master manipulator. He controlled every aspect of the lives of those members in California and in Jonestown. Second.
Same thing. He controls every aspect of that land deal. Every aspect of it. He determines, excuse me, he even calls it a rites of passage. He determines who goes through this rites of passage. This is not normal, people. This isn't business. That's not how you do business.
What happened in Jonestown is better described as a homicide on a large scale as opposed to a suicide. Without Jones, none of those people would have died. He caused all of it. Those that complied believed that they were going to be murdered by the government, and they also believed.
Okay, so that's pretty much the end of that one. That's just to help us understand his personality, understand how something like that can happen, and to understand the personality type, to understand what a cult is, and what to look for in a cult when you see a cult. So you'll know it when you see it, okay? Because I don't think you guys know it when you see it. I know you don't. Because too many people playing with this dude. Yeah, he was on substances. Yeah, telling the victims to repent. They always want to get you isolated and dependent on their words for encouragement. Exactly, Edra. And that's exactly what this man, Daniel, is doing, people. Pay attention to the signs. They're all up in your face. This man is a cult leader, in my humble opinion, though. In my humble opinion. Because that's all I can base it on. I respond to the evidence that I see. I make a factual analysis. And I just gave you the facts. So this man is a psychologist. And he's telling you what to look for in cults. In a cult. He said that he should have repent and addressed him. Wait a minute, let me read this again. Miss Flowers says he said that we should have repent and addressed him as Mr. King. You see what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. Because he's this a figure. And we have sinned if we go against him. If you question him, if you dare to question him about any of these allegations, you are the sinner. And you have wronged God and you need to repent. So we all need to repent because we're all asking questions. All of those babies, yep, the line. And that's all he's been doing. And it's just like this man said, we don't know if he's delusional or if he's just a liar who lies all the time. And you can easily prove that he's lying. These so-called Christians are sometimes to blame for their own demise. Miss Amanda says, did they not understand what is meant about wolves in sheep's clothing? He warned us. He warned us about Daniel. He warned us that this man, they were going to come as they were going to look like sheep. They were going to come with the word in their mouths. But they don't know anything about God. They're just as fake and they're just as phony and they're really wolves waiting to devour you. Yahuda, that's it. And Yahuda. I probably ain't even saying it right now. Ruby and Freedom City, yeah, thank y'all. Greetings. I have to correct that part, Kiki. We did have phone numbers in Telegram. Oh, did y'all? Oh, okay. Well, maybe I'm thinking about another group. You think so? Kalisha, you think I'm thinking, was it another group, Kalisha, before? Is it a WhatsApp group? Was it another group, Kalisha? Because I was told y'all didn't have phone numbers. I think one of the interviews, one of the people told me y'all didn't have phone numbers. So you think it was a group that maybe you weren't in? Because it's different people like writing me. Like it's you and it's like maybe 5 other people. And you think they could have been in a different group? Because I think it was a bigger group. And then they told me it went down to a smaller group. And then it went down to a smaller group. So maybe you think it was a group that you didn't know about, that you weren't in. Greetings. Have to correct that. Okay, we read that part. Okay. Once they got into Jonestown, it was too late. Yep. I remember watching this documentary a while back. Production says David Koresh. Wait, yes, that was terrible. Charlie says, my school friend died. Oh no, I'm sorry. Married to a Gambian. That man came all the way from the UK to recruit. Oh, I'm so sorry. That was so sad. And I remember asking, were the people still alive? Because I couldn't understand that either. You know, to see the house explode like that and to know all those people were once in there and then the house is just burning up like that. And I remember turning to my grandmother and saying, are the people still alive? And I remember her saying, no, well, I don't think so. This still happens on different levels and situations in America. Wake up. And that's what I'm trying to tell you people. This isn't something that just goes away. They just change faces. They just change faces. The same playbook. It sounds as if you're describing Donald Trump. No, I don't think so. Here's a mastermind. He's a mastermind, an absolute genius. None. Okay. Right, Zora. Yeah, we're not talking about him exactly. So you can't talk about that. Zora done put it down. She said, keep it out the conversation, and we keeping it out the conversation. Look, Edra said, why? Don't let money make you twerk. What are y'all talking about? It's about Daniel Kiing. Oh, she don't want it to get off the topic because you know how Edra, you know how them conversations can go. So she feel like if we start talking about Donald, it's going to go left, and she's right. So let's keep it on, what's his name? Daniel, the low-life scammer. The low-life scammer. Right, y'all. I know Kiki doesn't do politics, but the analogy is real. Daniel Kiing looks like he is starving. Yeah, he looked like he got sickle cell anemia to me. And again, I'm not diagnosing him, but I have friends who have sickle cell anemia, and they look like that. They little bitty, itty bitty, little bitty guys like that, like real tiny and frail like that. You know, he looks sickly to me. He looks very sickly, like somebody with sickle cell. That's how they look, frail like that. Uh, keep talking only about Daniel. Yeah, we keep talking only about Daniel. Trust me, his wife is the main mastermind. If he does not do what she tells him, he is called out. He is called out as worthless and not a man. He is screamed at and belittled. Oh, well, actually, I was told that, but her name's ain't on the paper. Her name ain't on the paper. Daniel's name is on the paper. So if Daniel want to go home and let her talk to him like that and scream at him and belittle him, that has nothing to do with us. We can't control that. But what we do have control over is Daniel's name being on that paper and whether we do something about that. Daniel is the one who was selling the people land. Now, if she in his ear telling him to do it and he did it, that's on Daniel. That's something Daniel got to live with. But we talking about the person whose name is on the paper, Miss Amanda. Is that your name, Miss Amanda? That's what we talking about. Okay? Because her beating him up and all that ain't going to stand up in a court of law. But that paper, that little fake deed with his name on it, that's who's going to stand up in a court of law. And that's who they're going to make you go after, not the wife, because she screamed at him and she belittled him. Money helps, but it's not everything. There's legit way to get it, but budget and okay, responsibility. Okay. So, okay, happy Saturday. Okay, all right, y'all. Now let me finish getting that. The wife is an instigator. She probably is, but the wife's name ain't on that paper. Her name ain't on that paper. She not signing the contracts. She not the one who taking these people money. He is. So I could care less about what go on in Daniel's house and how Daniel not treated like a man. Too bad for you, Daniel. I'm sorry. But I'm not talking about that. But I'm talking about is what you done to these people. What you and your friend Kwame done to these people. Continue to sell these people land after the chief told you not to. That's what I'm talking about, okay? That's what I'm talking about. Hold on, y'all. That's who I'm talking about and what I'm talking about. Then left the King's What's Up group. Oh, she said, then I left the King's What's Up group because I was over the behavior. So who knows how groups... Oh, so you said you left in December, and she said she doesn't know. Choose Life was a part of the group, y'all. She's going to come and tell us her story and her experience, okay? And she says she left in December. So she says she don't know how many groups and how it happened after that, after she left. Okay, was in the first group. This person says, who was this? Miss Manda says, was in the first group and we were on Telegram. If you did not want to something with the group for some reason, he cuts you off. Fast. Look, he does have sickle cell. Daniel, I bet you like, how does she know that? I bet you like, how do Kiki know I got sickle cell? I told you, Daniel, you better ask about me, dude. I told you, dude, you better ask about me. Now, how did I know you had sickle cell? You better quit playing now if you got sickle cell, dude. You better quit playing and go get yourself taken care of. Kiki is the best in research. Oh, yes, that's what they used to tell me at the university. Yes, they used to tell me how good I was. I like it. That's the first thing. You got to like it. Oh, yes. Please hit the like button. Please share the video. And please subscribe to the channel. All right, y'all, let's keep this party going. While the daughter come, will the daughter come on and tell us about these trifling parents? Tiffany wants to know. Well, Tiffany, after the show, I had the opportunity to talk to the little girl and her dad. Well, her grandmother does not want her to come on the show and talk about her mom because she said, no matter what your mom has done to you, that is still your mom and you should not talk about your mom. So the little girl respected her grandmother's wishes. And we can't really say anything about that because grandma's right. You know, that's your mom. At the end of the day, that's still your mom. If you don't want to do it, then how are we going to get mad because she doesn't want to do it? Some people, you know, they find it freeing to come on and talk about things that happened to them. Even if it is their mom, they want to get it out. But if she feels like she doesn't want to get it out, she wants to keep it in, that, I mean, she doesn't want to come on here, that is so super duper fine. Okay. So that's what happened to the little girl. And we don't care about the parents. It's just like Zora said, we want to know about Daniel taking these people's money. That's all we here for. I don't care about all that other extra stuff. I was contacted about Daniel scamming land. All the other stuff is extra. Like somebody else said, don't get distracted, Kiki. Don't get off track, Kiki. The point is, Daniel took the money fraudulently from these people. You sold land. You had no authority to sell, Daniel. And you knew it, Daniel. Because the chief told you, Daniel. And you did it anyway, Daniel. Because you were greedy. You were greedy. And now you got to pay the piper. But just like everybody else who's greedy, they don't never want to pay when it's time to pay. They don't never want to do that. And Daniel yells as he tells people instead of talking in a calm manner. Because he feels like he's the authority and he's the deity, just like the man is saying, and how dare you low-life beings question me? Y'all don't see that? Y'all don't see that behavior? How else can this man take people's money and don't even explain to them where he's been? How come he hasn't talked to them where their money is? None of that. None of that. In my opinion, he is sick scamming. In my opinion, he's a sick scamming. It is a sick. Okay, she's saying it's a cult. Ashanti says, greeting. It's good to reveal the scammers, but can you give any legitimate alternatives? It's clear our people want to move. What do you mean alternatives to what? Alternatives to owning land in Africa? What do you want to know alternatives to? Because I can give you some alternatives, but what do you want to know alternatives to? Alternatives to what? Choose Life says, yeah, he deleted Telegram's group suddenly and we had no contacts. Yeah, okay, maybe that's what they was talking about, Kalisha. For a few days, then a one-way broadcast group on WhatsApp for a few days. Okay, maybe that's what they're talking about. And then, okay, maybe that's what they're talking about. Okay. The chief is crooked too. Which chief? Hey, how you doing? Which chief? Yeah, you know what? I think the whole thing you were saying is right. Okay, I really do. I think just for him, Daniel, to be able to get away with what he's gotten away with, and now this other chief is on the run. This is just how was this even happening? And now the chief who was selling the crooked land is supposed to be installed as the chief over this. This just sound like it sound like a Nollywood movie. That's what it sound like, a Nollywood movie. Which chief tall man is crooked though? Which one you talking about? Which one? Because it's two involved now. In Jamaica, Daniel will be considered a madman to blood clot. What is a blood clot? Hey, how you been? I meant to email you, but you see I've been busy, honey. You see I've been busy. But I'm gonna email you. I want to see how everything went. I'm glad you're on here. What is a blood clot? I don't even know what that is. When they say that, I'm just like, what are they talking about? Then I left the Kiing's WhatsApp group because I was over the behavior. So he knows, who knows? Yeah. Oh, we said that one. Okay, y'all. So, which way am I going, y'all? I lost my direction. Am I going up or down? Tiffany, you have to put out what? They have put out. Okay. Okay, wait a minute. So, London Lady says, I've been doing a little research on Ghana Bound 77 being able to reclaim his money through a small claims court. Lion King has his company registered in the UK. If it is not, he can go to the If it is not, he can go to the UK ICC. Okay? So, what I'm telling you people is that you can go to small claim. There's ways you can recoup this money. You can sue him in court. You can sue him in court. And all the other people. Tall man, you can sue him in court. And I told y'all can do that. But we're going to get to what we can do. Because on this channel, we just don't complain. We come up with solutions on what are we going to do. So we're going to present the case, and then we're going to tell y'all what we're going to do. I wonder if he got a disability I wonder if he get disability. Oh, for sickle cell, I think he do. Because you know what? My friends here who had it, friends, like I had a lot. Well, my one friend, he did get a disability check. He sure did. Because that stuff is horrible. Your joints hurt all the time, and you never know when it's going to hit you. So when he's saying he's sick for real. Daniel said he met his wife on the train. He said she was going through depression. He said she was dressed in gauze, and he talked to her. See, he liked that. That was attractive to him. So when he told y'all that, y'all should have ran the other way. Okay. Joy, he is registered as unemployed not too long ago. Yeah, he probably gets for that. That's a disability though, because you never know when it's gonna, and it messes you up. And I think even stress makes you go into an episode. I hope so. There's got to be a way. How were the funds transferred? If he could, it could be bank fraud. Let me read that again. I hope so. There's got to be a way. How were the funds transferred? It would be bank fraud. It was bank fraud. That's why Barclays shut down. When Regina contacted Barclays, that was bank fraud, and they shut it down. Okay, so you can use that in court. That his Barclays account was shut down because of fraud. Okay, so then you can contact whatever bank you're sending this to, whatever app. If you're sending it through Cash App, if you're sending it through Western Union, if you're sending it through whatever, PayPal, you contact them and complain and let them know that this is fraud. Show them the document that's on my channel that clearly says he had no right to be selling that land. He wasn't authorized to do so, and it was fraud. So, and speaking of, T&K had a company set up at Company's House in the UK. It was dissolved. Yeah. So they're talking about his businesses and the businesses that he has set up in the UK. He had a lot of businesses set up, and then they were dissolved. Okay. So, okay, so they're still talking about the businesses. So I want to go down here. Let me see where we are. We're going to talk about First, we're going to do, yeah, it's been almost an hour. And guess what, y'all? We now have sponsors. Okay. So I have to talk about our sponsors. And since we're talking about Daniel's pain, joint pain, guess what? Our sponsor is a company called Mujo. Can y'all see that? Planet Mujo. And they have joint cream. Can y'all see it? Pain relief, muscle and joint cream. This one is for muscle and joint. And this one is for, what is this one? This is for muscle and joint. And this says extra umph. So let me tell you what the difference are, okay? Because these are our sponsors, Planet Mujo, okay? So let me tell you the difference. So this one, and I've been actually using these, Daniel, and they are very good. And I recommend them, okay? Especially if you like to exercise and you get sore after you exercise. So they do different things. So let me stop because I'm getting ahead of myself. So let me tell you about extra umph. Let me put this over here. All right. So extra umph, that's the name of it. Okay. And this one is a roll on, y'all. This one has the little roll on top and you press it and you roll it. So it like massages you as it rolls on. And the thing that I love about this one is that it cools you. Like when you put it on, it's like ice. All right. It's like ice and it helps with sore muscles. So if your muscles are sore just from exercising, playing basketball, well, maybe y'all don't play basketball, but I like to hike. But if you take a long hike and you go on a hike and your muscles are sore, then this one is great. Okay. Or like when I'm at school and I have to do dance and I have to do this and I have to do that and I have to, walk around all day. When I get home, my muscles are sore. I just rub this one on. And y'all, when I tell y'all, this stuff works wonders. It works wonders. Okay. So this one is for everyday aches and soreness and joint pain and daily discomforts. It doesn't have any chemicals in it, and that's what I like about it. Okay. It doesn't have any chemicals in it whatsoever. This one has, let me tell y'all what's in it. Then I'm gonna go back. Okay. This one has, send this one. This one has, it says this one delivers. Can y'all see it? This stuff is really good. This one delivers. Let me hold up the box. All right. So this one delivers this one is menthol. The active ingredients in this one is menthol. Okay. So you're going to have like a cooling sensation. Then it'll warm up a little bit. So this one is menthol, hemp, America, Montana, aloe vera, and other natural things are in this. There's no, aspirin, what is it? NAISDS, those, the ibuprofen in that family, aspirin family, none of that is in this. Okay. This is 100% natural. And y'all, it is very good. This one is the same thing. Well, not the same thing, but it's natural. Okay. And this one is the chronic one. This one is for like arthritis, bursitis, something that's long-term that you have. And this one is deep penetrating. All right. This one is deep penetrating. And this one gives you immediate, long-lasting, deep penetrating relief. All right. It's fast drying. And y'all know what? It's not greasy. That's another thing I like about it, because I can put it on like when I go to work, if I wake up and, I feel a little soreness and I want to get some relief before I go to work. It doesn't stain your clothes and it doesn't smell. But if you're in a lot of pain and having a lot of soreness, you can combine both of them. Like when it's really cold outside, you can combine both of them and they give you a lot of relief. All right. So look, try these. All right. They are on Amazon. The affiliate link is inside the description of the video. And guess what? You get 20% off if you use my code Kiki20. All right. And y'all know I'm not going to lie to y'all. If it didn't work, I would tell y'all, don't waste your money. But this is not a waste of money. You will love it. You will love it. I love it. So I want y'all to love it. And it helps you feel better instantly. All right. So please go get you some Mujo cream and tell me about it. Mujo, extra, roll on, and chronic tonic. All right, y'all. That was my commercial for our sponsors. Aren't y'all proud of us that we have sponsors? So make our sponsors, let our sponsors know that we appreciate them, y'all, and go get some of that cream and get 20%. And it's only $14.99. Then you get 20% off. And y'all know that other stuff, the other old-fashioned stuff that people rub on for most muscle soreness, it's way more than that. And you can also, if you have a health card, you can use that. All right. So now we've done our commercial. Let's get back to the show. It sounds more like fraud. See, it sounds like a criminal case because fraud is criminal activity, right? But one way you can get your money is through small claims, okay? While they're determining if it's fraud. Blood clot is a Jamaican word used to describe a range of okay, thank you, November Rain. So I saw the paperwork on, okay. So look, now what we're going to talk about, this message, y'all. Did y'all see the message that came in to me that was in tweet? This message was in tweet. I couldn't understand it. The person who sent it to me couldn't understand it. All right. She said, maybe you can get somebody to interpret it. So y'all know me. I'm going to go straight to where? To the community. And guess what? We got the video. Let me put these glasses back on. The message was interpreted. So that's the first video we're going to look at tonight. So let me get that pulled up. Let me go back here. And let's go back. We're not going to listen to the whole thing, but I want y'all to hear it. Okay. And then I'm going to read y'all the interpretation, what the lady told me that it says. Okay. Where is this video? Oh, it's on my channel. Look, y'all, look at me. It's on my channel. Daniel, you better make sure you get you some of that cream, honey. I'm telling you, because I know my friend had sickle cell and your joints hurt, y'all. And this cream, I'm telling y'all think I'm playing. But y'all know I ain't playing because y'all know if it was trash, I would tell y'all, honey, it's straight up trash. This is not trash. This stuff is good. This is the wrong daggone video. Hold on. Okay, so hold on. Let's go to the videos. It's this one. Y'all ready? Yeah. Let me give y'all some background on this video. Again, this email, I received this video, not a video, audio clip. This was an audio clip that was sent to me, right? And in this clip, these people are supposed to be talking about Daniel. Kwame is supposed to be on here talking about Daniel to someone else, okay? Now, I'm not going to say who the someone else is. I know who the someone else is supposed to be, but I'm just not going to say that right now because I just don't want to because of everything that's going on, okay? So, there's another person on here, and they're talking about Daniel. I didn't tell this lady, whoever this person is who interpreted this, I did not tell her one time I didn't tell anybody what this was about, okay? She interpreted it exactly right. So let's go. Let me let y'all hear a little bit of it. Now look, y'all, this is Delaney. This is what Daniel was telling them. Look at this. Look, but this is breathtaking and this is beautiful. And as I was looking at this, I was like, wow, this is really beautiful. It's easy to get swept away in this. It's easy to get swept away and want to be a part of this. Look how beautiful it is. And look at the mountains in the back. I started looking at it and I was like, wow, this is so beautiful. I would love to be there. Then I started feeling the cool air. And then I started smelling the fresh air. And then I'm like, wait a minute. This is how people get hooked into this. But something realistic smacked me in the face and said, look around you, woman. What is around you out there? And I said, oh, nothing. There's nothing out there. There's not even any electricity out there. There's nothing. There's just barely this road. There's a road here and over there, and it's a dirt road. So when it rains, it ain't even going to be a road. This is very dangerous to live out here. This is more of it. Because, see, Daniel was sending them video of him clearing the land, keeping them, dragging them along, keeping them coming along, keeping the hook thrown out there, dragging them along. They the rabbit and he got the carrot. So here's the carrot. So I'm going to dingle the carrot in front of them a little more. So I'm going to show them these videos of me clearing the land, me doing different things on the land. So they'll know, okay, this is real. Daniel's really doing this. Another view. Do you see any houses around there? Do you see anything out here? People, this is beautiful. It's beautiful, but think about it from a planning perspective. Planning a community, planning a city. Do you know how hard, how difficult and how expensive it's going to be to plan a community and a village out here? There's nothing out here. The Ghanaians ain't even out here. So that shows me there's some type of problem here because they're not even here. How come they're not living on the land? Are they farming the land? Is the land only good for farming? Like Black Acres, which was only good for rice cultivation and hunting? Is it only good for that? Because why aren't people inhabiting this land?
Yes.
So, this is more aerial views. Look at this. This is unbelievable. Do you know how dark it's going to be out here at night? You know what kind of sounds you're going to hear out here at night? All right, so we're going to stop there with that one. Now, that was a video I asked. I didn't know what they were saying, okay? But I was told, they were saying something, but I didn't know if that was the truth. So I got somebody to interpret the video. So let's see what she said that they said. Well, I think it was a lady. Let's go back here. We're going to go out of this video. Let me go to my channel. And we're going to go to the community channel. All right. So this is what she said, y'all. She said, they're talking about scamming. Not sure if it's the Kiings. Someone complaining. Someone was arrested and can't get bail after bringing workers to work on land for the white man. Now, we know the white man won't literally mean a white man. It will mean a foreigner, okay? So I heard that Daniel did not pay his workers. Now I had heard that he was not paying the workers. This lady didn't know that I had heard that. So this part makes me think also that they were talking about Daniel. Because what does it say? Someone complaining, someone was arrested and can't get bail after bringing workers to work on a land for a white man. So was this person bringing workers to work for Daniel and they weren't getting paid, and the person was arrested because he was working with Daniel to scam these workers out of their pay? He states that has he done wrong when he was working, then the white man comes to drive him away. That if he has done wrong when he was working, then the white man comes to drive him away. I don't quite understand that, y'all. He didn't know the land was belonging to the chief. Okay, so Daniel was saying, I guess this is Daniel or somebody in this they talking about said that this person, wait a minute, the white man he states that he's done wrong when he was working, then the white man comes to drive him away. He didn't know the land belonged to the chief. So whoever this person was didn't know the land belonged to the chief. He states when the land grabs you, it really grabs you. So they're talking about this land grabbing is a scam. So they're talking about this person must be land grabbing and must be scamming, okay? And it sounds like this person is a foreigner who's doing this land grabbing and this scamming. But they're working with somebody else, all right? And this person got arrested, and this person was doing something with bringing these people to work for this foreign person, but this foreign person was not paying these people. So that's the way it looks there. He states when the law, so they're talking about the land grab. The chief says if anyone comes to build, they must bring them to the chief right away so the chief can know what the person has lost, as the land was sold to them illegally. Again, there it is again, Daniel. There it is again. This person had no idea what was on that video. This person does not even know. JoJo does not even, JoJo's mama don't even know. She has no clue what was told to me because I didn't tell anybody. And this woman told me everything that was told to me about what was on that videotape, what was on this audio tape, Daniel, saying once again that you were scamming and selling land illegally. Now, nobody's making this up. It's right here. I just played you the tape, Daniel. Nobody's making this up. I don't have nothing against you, dude. I don't even know you. So how am I have something against you? Choose Life. I reckon enough people will be reporting him. So, yeah, they are, because I'm going to tell you how to do it. Yes, you got to report him. If you're in the UK, you got to report him to, is it fraud alert? And if you're here in the United States, you got to report him to the FBI, because this was this crime happened over the internet. But we're getting to that. Yeah, trust me, we're going to get to that. Y'all know we're going to get to that. We don't just sit and talk. We do not just, I'm happy for you, Kiki. You deserve a spot. Oh, thank you, Joy. I hope I did good. I was nervous. I got to practice. Wait a minute, y'all. My eye look like my makeup running. Thank you. And I thought it was so funny when they said, when I saw the cream, the Mujo cream, and what it was for. I was like, oh, so they must watch the show. Because I like the Mojo. Oh, it's so good, y'all. I love the Mujo cream. I'm telling you, if you get some, you're going to love it too. I'm not playing because y'all know me. If it was trash, I would tell y'all it's trash, but it's good. Uh, Viola Allen says he was sending pictures of the land being cleared, but it was not his clientele. He just took pictures of other people's land. Girl, stop it. Viola, stop it. She said he was taking pictures of other people's land being cleared, saying it was his land, and it wasn't. Viola, please stop. But she got to be right, y'all, because they said when they got there, wasn't nothing done. So she got to be right. She got to be right. Oh God, that's crazy. This is unreal. That's why I'm telling y'all, you got to pay attention to what's going on around you. Johnny says, Daniel did not clear the land. Look, he was supposed to do it. He took money from the people to clear, but he did not. The land was cleared by the chief and a couple of weeks ago. Daniel. And y'all think I'm going to talk to Daniel's wife for what? Daniel. Is this true, Daniel? Daniel, is this true? You didn't clear these people's land either. You didn't clear the land either, Daniel. You didn't clear the land either. You just took the money, honey. Oh my God, Daniel. This just goes from bad to worse. Y'all know y'all can take this man to court. Y'all can win easily. I will look into it further. I have a lot. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, good. Get some of this, girl. Yeah. Honey, yeah. Get some of this. Get both of them. Like today. Can y'all see it? Like today, it was rainy and cold. Girl, I was achy. So you know what I did? I mixed them together because they said it worked. Both of them work together. And honey, they do. They do. And it's 20% off. So you get use Kiki 20. It's on Amazon. And girl, I'm telling you. And it's not sticky, it's not oily, it don't smell like old people. Because I was asking my niece, because they made us go to work. It was 0 degrees outside. They made us go to work. Girl, I was so achy. And I said, oh, let me try some. I had my niece rub some on my shoulders and on my back. I felt like a new woman. I felt like a new woman because it's first you're going to feel cold and it feels so good. Yeah, you'll like it. Trust me. Because you know I'm going to tell you the truth, honey. I like my grandma said, I'm going to tell you what God loved, the truth. And then tell me how you like it. Okay? Then y'all tell me how y'all like it. So we can see if it's something that we really want to put out there because I really like it. So tell me if y'all really like it. Please, you know nothing about God and land. I don't believe the Kings are scam. I am pure Ghanaian, but I have been scammed by Chief. You don't believe the Kings are scammers? Girl, bye. Okay. You're entitled to believe what you want to believe. That ain't our job to convince you. Our job is to present the information, honey. You got us messed up. We just present the information. We don't force the information. So you're entitled to believe whatever you want to believe. Yes, Liz, I will check it out. The winter girl. But this one you rub on the one with the little pressure point. It's got a little pressure, a little ball at the top. You can rub that one, and that one feels so good because it's like a massage too at the same time. Yeah, because this cold weather is horrible. Cold and wet. Oh, girl. That make me don't even want to move. That'll do me in for the whole day. And you know, if you stay in bed all day, it's worse. But get you some Mujo cream. I'm telling y'all, 20% off. Who are you talking to? Kiki has receipts. Right. What y'all talking about, Jennifer? Jennifer, what you talking about, girl? I have receipts for days, honey. You don't see these receipts. You ain't watching the videos, girl. You ain't watching the videos, honey. Because ain't nobody making this up. Girl, she must know them. Maybe she one of them. Maybe it's one of them. Because to anybody saying I'm making this up, you know they lying. Jennifer needs to go back to sleep. Maybe she needs some Mojo cream. Maybe her knees hurt. You need some Mojo cream, girl. Come on, get you some Mojo cream. The affiliate link is in my description. You get 20% off, girl, to get your joints just right. Then you can stay on task, okay? The region should have been all together. There's a running it, and that was the problem. That's what we're going to next. And not only land scamming, but mining. These are the things you have to check out. Is there a history of land disputes in that area? Is it a history of mining disputes in that area? All of that has been going on in that area. Chieftain disputes in that area. You got to check it out. You got to, y'all. That's on us. Daniel ain't going to do that for you. He ain't going to tell you that. You see, now the right thing would have been for Daniel to tell you. But no, if you would have known out, maybe he didn't know. In all fairness, maybe he didn't know. Because I was told Daniel was scammed when he first got there. So maybe he didn't know. You may be pure Ghanaian. It doesn't mean a thing if you are in denial when it comes to scammers. Yeah, we don't know what you're talking about, ma'am. We don't have no clue what you're talking about. Because ain't nobody got time to make up these lies. I mean, these, right, the lies he make up. Who you got to be lying all day. Honey, get you some Mojo cream. I'm telling y'all, get the cream and get the roll-on and get the cream. This one's real nice too. I'm telling y'all, I love it. I love it. And it don't smell. And it's not greasy. It's not going to mess up your sheets. It's not going to mess up your clothes. Okay. Now, y'all, I'm trying to keep up with y'all comments. I'm trying to get somebody to come on here and help me with the comments. No, but I'm a victim of a situation of in Popsy, Domina, and Decra. Oh, you are? I'm sorry to hear that. So maybe that's why she upset y'all, because she was a victim of land scamming. I thank God I was from. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about, Jennifer. So look, we're about to go to this next video. Now this next one, I know that, okay, y'all talking to Jennifer. I can't follow Jennifer's conversation. She's not talking to me. Never said that you were lying, but those scams are going on in Ghana, and the Kings may be. Yes, Jennifer, they were a victim at first, okay? But after Daniel found out he was a victim of a land scam, instead of him telling us what was going on, he began to scam us. So you're right, he was a victim at first, but then he started scamming us. Why he started scamming us, I don't even know. But you're right, he was a victim at first. And I said the same thing. Well, maybe he didn't know. But the king said, I'm sorry, the prince, not the prince, what's his name? The chief. He told Daniel, okay, not to sell that land. Okay. So Viola says he bought one of the village in his wife's name, and then they resold it as if it was stool land to his clients. Ruby Village. I got my money back, thank God. Okay, Viola, say that again. You said he bought one. He bought one of the villages and he put it in his wife's name, and then he sold it. He resold it to y'all as if it was stool land to his clients, and that was the Ruby Village. So, Jennifer, like I said, there are so many people, and you know what? Thank you for coming on here, Viola, sharing your story. Yeah, you gotta grease a bunch of hands in Ghana, land commission office, and they still won't get you your paperwork done until they feel like it. Wow. Wow. Mm, mm, mm. Now, this is the next thing we're going to look at. Uh, there is, hold on, I think I got another comment. There is something else I want y'all to listen to. Daniel don't know I got this either. Stan there says, number one rule is never buy leasehold when buying freehold. It's almost impossible as a non-citizen. Most people bypass this by forming an LTD company with a citizen as a co-secretary. See, that's just too much. I'm not doing all that. If you got to do all that to get the land, how about maybe you shouldn't be getting the land? If you got to twist and turn and do all that to get a piece of land, then maybe you shouldn't get the land. So let me go up here and see where we are, because we done got all off task like we always do. We did the Jim Jones stuff. Yes, we talked about that. We talked about, we did the commercial. Now I'm going to show you this video. Well, it's an audio of Daniel. Daniel is talking to his little WhatsApp group that he still has. All right, because there's still people trusting Daniel. There's still people who are in Daniel's corner. There's still people following him. All right, so let's go to the videos. Oh, it's in my email. Hold on, let me pull up my email, y'all. Is this it? No. Okay, hold on. It's not here. It's in my email. Let me pull up this email. So there's still people, and I was so surprised. You know, I could not believe people were still, hold on, let me send this to myself. I could not believe people were still following this man. That's just what I could not believe that. So hold on one second. And he's talking to these people. They're in this group. And it's just unbelievable that people are still following him after everything, you know, that's happened. Okay, hold on. Let me send it to myself real quick so I can share it with you guys, so you can hear it for yourself. Okay. Yeah, you're going to hear this. And he's talking about, while this is coming through, let me go to the community channel and show y'all what I'm talking about. Okay, because this morning, yeah, it was this morning when I got the message about what was going on in Ghana. I had no idea all of this had happened in Ghana. So let me get it. Let me go to my community tab. So this morning, this is what I first found out about. Okay, remember the chief who had wrote the letter about Daniel. This is him. Okay. This is the chief who wrote the letter about Daniel being selling the lands illegally. Okay, remember, he was the one who wrote that letter. Okay, so hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get this video up. Okay, hold on. Let me pull this right here. Hold on. Okay, so mm, that's why I don't like their stuff. It has a lot of ads on it. All right, so this is the guy. So they're saying in this story that the chief, this man has been destooled. Okay, remember, this is the one who was going to help everybody get everything situated with the land. This is the one who said Daniel was the scammer, that he did not have permission to sell the land. This is the one that was going to help everybody. So they're saying right here that he has been destooled for allegedly leading land guards to unleash violence on people of Kotar. The attack is said to have resulted in the deaths of 2 individuals and severe injuries to 10 others who are currently receiving treatment at the Eastern Regional Hospital in Corifida. I know I'm saying it wrong. The incident is linked to an ongoing invasion in the district and its surrounding communities by land guards, hiring thugs and hoodlums. These groups allegedly attacking under the misdirection of Brima Asidu. This is the chief's name. The chief has been accused of terrorizing residents, farmers, and landowners. Now listen to this. On Thursday, January 16th, 2025, violence erupted in the Koraba community when land guards accompanying the chief Kotar opened fire on the residents engaged in a peaceful protest. Remember, this is the chief. This is the one who was going to help everybody get their land. The demonstrators were opposing the unlawful sale and seizure of their lands. Now, think about that. Isn't that what Daniel was doing? Unlawfully selling these lands. These people are protesting this. This is a big issue in this region. If Daniel did not know this, he was negligent when he sold you the land, because he should have known, and this should have been told to you. It's like a disclosure. Like if they sell you a house and there's something wrong with the house and they don't tell you, it's the same thing. As well as the destruction of crops by the sand miners claiming to act on the chief's instructions. This is the same thing that's going on in Gambia with them mining the sand in the Gambia. The attack occurred in broad daylight and in the presence of the district police. Tragically, 2 people lost their lives during the confrontation, with one of the deceased later found in the chief's palace. The chief of Kotar was since fled the area and is now on the police wanted list. Order was eventually restored through the intervention of the police following the involvement of, I don't know, somebody from there. So this is when I knew it. When I saw this, I'm like, oh, this is for real and this is serious. This is because he's trying to get peace back. When something like that happens, I told y'all, it's like it causes like a lot of negative energy to be on the land, and they got to bring back peace to the land because blood was shed on that land. In response to the incident, the ceremonial rites for the destillment of the chief. At the ceremony, the chief, it was another chief, Fori emphasized that there's only one overlord, and that's somebody else. I can't say their names. I'm messing them up. He further clarified that the chief was not sanctioned any forceful evictions of land users. Okay. So this is what happened to this man. This is the sacrificing of the goat to try to get some peace. I came to install the Kaltar chief. All this is on this very venue. We didn't install him to terrorize people here, so they installed somebody new. Today, based on his rebellious behavior and involvement in the killing of an innocent souls on our land, yes, the chief has been destooled. While pouring the libations and slaughtering the sheep. He said the customary ritual validates the destillment process of the Kaltar chief. This is the one who said Daniel was a fraud, indicating the king's men will present a new chief for consideration. But that ain't what Daniel said. Chief, indicating that a king, they said the king's men will present a new chief. Daniel said that there was already a new chief. He said his friend was the chief. Hold on, y'all. Jennifer says the Rand Commission is very corrupt. Until this day, they haven't investigated Lands Commission. Why? Jennifer says, I agree that what they did was wrong and not telling everyone about it. With my land, the king was telling us to put a structure, but the same king agreed with his brother to come and stop us to make us believe that there was a family dispute on the land. The chief, too, is very aware and may have taken money from the kings from the same land. This is the business of the Ghana with the chiefs and the families. So she's saying this chief could have been fully aware and he could have been playing along with Daniel and taking money from Daniel also. They said he does not accept, so they have to get somebody. I don't know why Daniel said his friend was in power. I'm gonna show y'all that in a minute. He said the customer validates the distillment. Wow. He hinted that on the 5th day of January 2000, agents entered the palace, a farming community, and brutally assaulted occupants of the palace without provocation. He said he does not accept such acts as lawlessness. Okay. So, this is what happened Thursday. All right. Then, so the king was destilled, right? He was destilled because of what happened. Okay, we read that one. Because of what happened. Now, Daniel is saying that his friend is now the chief. And Daniel was also telling his people that this skirmish in Ghana was over his land. And it was not. It had nothing to do with him. But again, he made these people, what did the man say? They make everything about them. But wait a minute. They make everything about them, right? So that's what he did. He made this whole thing about him, and it had nothing to do with him. So let me Let me show y'all what he said about it. And then he said his friend was the chief. Okay, listen, y'all. Now, this was a secret recording, Daniel thought. So Daniel thought it was a secret recording. But Daniel, it can't be too secret if I got it, huh? So let me turn this up. All right, so let's listen to this.
I'm sure a lot of you are aware of the letter that has gone around and now being posted by some of these YouTubers about the chief had stated that I was never authorized to sell land and all of this stuff. Guys, I've been telling you the reason why I don't, well, I've been telling you there's a reason why I've not spoken, because it's not safe for me and my family. And there was sad news this morning. I don't know if they were on the land on Ruby Village, demarcating or whatever they were doing, but one of the farmers was killed this morning by the chief and his people. It's on the Ghana news. So I know it looks like we are some scammers and we are guilty, but we're so not. We've said nothing but the truth.
He said, I know it looks like we're some scammers. I know this information Kiki is presenting is making us look like some scammers and that we're guilty, but we're really not. We're really not.
Just can't speak the whole truth until we are safe. I refuse, like I said, to die for this land. I was fighting for it, but I'm not going to die for it. This is not the first time that an incident similar to what's happened this morning has happened. So I just pray you all have spiritual discernment at this point, now that someone has lost their life on Ruby Village land, to understand that this is not a game.
And it wasn't even Ruby Village. It wasn't even Ruby Village. It wasn't even about demarcating the land and the farmers getting mad. It wasn't even about that. It was about the mining. It was about the mining. That's what it was about. It was about the mining. They're mad about the mining destroying their crops.
And it never has.
But he has to always twist it and make it about Daniel.
And we've been playing very smart. Kwame is now, worried for his life. I've heard that he is packing.
Did y'all hear him say we've been playing very smart?
First time that an incident similar to what's happened this morning has happened. So I just pray you all have spiritual discernment at this point, now that someone has lost their life on Ruby Village land, to understand that this is not a game, and it never has been. And we've been playing very smart. Kwame is now, worried for his life. He says
this is not a game, but then he tells you he's been playing this game very smart. This is a game to him. You are a game to him. This is nothing more than a game.
I've heard that he is packing up and leaving his home because they can come to him at any given time. But yet we just listen to the stuff that we see people post and take snippets of videos and post videos from last year and claim that it was this year and twist my words. But I know I will be vindicated. But so sad that somebody has lost their life, a farmer has lost their life this morning because the chief and his people, right now, Kota is completely blocked off. Soham is completely blocked off. Nobody can go there. It's on the news, guys. Have a look for yourself. If you can get in tune to Ghana news, have a look for yourself. At this point, yeah, I just thought I'd update. I just heard that he didn't kill any of the farmers from Ruby Village. It was a farmer that was next to Ruby Village. Apparently they were digging out sand on a land next to Ruby.
That's what really happened.
Yeah, that's the reason why. They started to attack the chief, I heard, where they cornered him, and then they had a shootout. But I have a smile on my face because that man who has caused me so much trouble has been removed from power. And not only that, Nana Bar, who is the chief for Yehuda, who is very close with me and is the one that helped me to get all my paperwork, is back in power.
Now, see, he says that this Nana Bar is back in power when that's not what the article said. The article said that they have to go to the King's men and they have to decide who they're going to put in power. So how does he know that Nana Bar is back in power?
Have a meeting with him in a few days. So let's watch this space.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Watch this space and try to figure out what's going on here. So that was the other video, the other audio message that I got this morning about this man. Let me see. Kiyomi, stop. Let me see what else. No, well, let me get y'all messages. Y'all messages. Let me get y'all comments. Hold on. Let me go down here and get y'all comments. Okay, hold on. Hold on 1 second. Let's get these comments. Let me go up here because I don't know where we are. I have no clue. So I'm just going to go up here. The Chiefs, Jennifer says the Chiefs cannot scam you if you are a friend to them. They are very nice because that's how they take advantage of foreigners. This be Daniel's in the lion's den for real. Yeah, Daniel is in the lion's den. Hi, Kiki. He would hear. Hi, Kiki. When would we hear from Ghana Bound? Oh, I don't know. We have to hear from Ghana Bound when he comes. If he's not here, he can't come. So he's not here. He didn't show up for the interview. So we can't do anything about that. So I'm wondering how serious his claims were. You know? So we don't know. You know, it just this further like strengthens Daniel's argument. You know, he's like, these people play games. You know, these people are mad because of this. These people are mad because of that. You know, so when it comes time, you come and you say you want to tell your story, but when it comes time to tell your story, then you just don't even show up. Don't show up. After you confirm that you would show up. I don't know. Maybe they thought, oh, Kiki ain't going to have a show. Maybe they thought they was going to mess me up. Girl, bye. Kiki got, I have information, arsenals of information, okay? Arsenals of information. Some people will do anything for money. Yes, they do. I have zero interest in going there. This is chaos. Spend money on vacation in nicer areas. Yes, in good hotels. Exactly. Some people will do anything for money. They will. Bernard also said that his family was family land, which makes no sense. Yeah. Well, nothing they're saying makes much sense. Okay. I know Daniel was crooked, yet this chief seems dirty as well. But if Daniel was crooked, then why is the chief doing deals with the crooked Daniel? That's what I don't understand. If Daniel is crooked, don't you think that's going to make you look crooked? This happens in other regions as well. Most of the lands in Accra are eastern region and have no peace because of the chiefs and oh my God. The chief is, see, that's what I mean. He didn't tell these people that. Really, he didn't tell these people any of that. Hey, African Repack, the combo pack is sold out. I got, what you talking about? You got the, oh, you did, you got some? Oh, girl, it's a combo pack. Girl, she got some. Did you get your 20% off? Tell me, African Repack Queen, if you like it, girl, you're going to love it. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all, you're going to love it. And it helped instantly, and you don't smell like an old person. You know, that old smell from the other kind. I ain't going to say the name of it, but the other kind. Good, girl, because the combo pack, because both of them together, it's really good. But one of them by itself, this one is like a cream. It's not greasy. You're going to like it. I love it. I really do. I was so happy when I tried it and I really liked it. I'm like, oh my, and it works. And it lasts a long time. Like, it lasts a long time. I'm glad you got some. Tell me how you like it when you get it. I really think about that. The chief is not, and he's a rumor. He's what? Johnny, say that again. Most of the lands in Accra and Eastern regions have no peace because of the chiefs and family. Did we read this, y'all? Okay. Which direction we going in? Up. The land, okay. Okay, the chief too is very aware of, yes. That's what Tall Man was saying, that he thinks the chiefs know about it. With my land, the king was telling us to put a structure, but the same king agreed with his brother. Okay, we read that one. Okay. Until the day they haven't investigated Lands Commission. Okay, so they're talking about the Lands Commission there. Is that the same chief that signed the, yes, the letter that showed that was, yes, that was him, Tiffany. That's why this is really shocking. Because now, y'all, this is the same chief that was going to help Regina. Remember Regina, the one Daniel was talking about? This chief that is on the run now, this is the one that was going to help Regina and the other people get their land back. This Nana, the man Daniel is talking about, that person, no. That person is the person who was helping Daniel. So if this person gets in power, what's going to happen to the people, y'all? Who's going to help Regina and them? Who's going to help them get that land now? Who's going to help stand up and fight for them for what Daniel was doing? Who's going to do that? That's the part I'm stuck at. Who's going to do that? There's nobody going to do that. Well, we don't know. We don't know. We don't know who's going to take over, though. We don't know. We don't know. Oh, number one rule. Okay. We read that. All right. Ghana lands. Okay, I think we read that. All right. Let me see. Yeah, you gotta. Okay, we read that. Okay, we read that about the Chiefs. The Kings have 1,000s on their hand to grease them pocket. Okay, they're saying lots of people get a Chiefs money. Here we go, folks coming from. What you say, Miss Greed? Coming from tricking us. Jennifer, go out here. Say that again. Okay, we read that one. Okay, you know nothing about UK scammers. We read that one. All right, let me see what else we were supposed to go over tonight, because I had a couple topics. I wanted to make sure. We talked about the cult stuff. We talked about, what else I needed to talk to y'all about. I wanted to just make sure y'all was caught up, that we were caught up on everything. We talked about the Jim Jones. We talked about that. Okay, we talked about the chief. We did the translation video. Okay, yeah. Let me go through the community page, and I think that might be it. We can go through the comments. You know nothing about UK. Okay, let me go back down. Okay, now I can go through the comments because I think we caught up. If Ghana Bound has receipts, what is there to be scared about? Well, Joe Public, I don't know. I didn't say he was scared. I just don't know. I don't know. He told me he was going to come, and then he didn't. And then I said, you know how you send a confirmation, And I said, are you going to shoot? You're still good for, he said, yes, he's still good. And then I sent another one because remember, Bernard was supposed to come. Bernard sends me this real long email that tells me he's going to appear on somebody else's channel because somebody else has picked up the story. I guess the person has a bigger channel than I have, and he wants to go on their channel. And let me read y'all the daggone email. And he wants to go on there, and he doesn't want to come on our show anymore. He changed his mind. Can y'all believe that? The only person who hasn't really played games with me is Regina. The rest of these people are playing. They play too much, and they playing with my time. My time is money. These people, don't contact me unless you're serious, okay? Because this ducking and dodging, y'all making Daniel make me think maybe Daniel might be right about some of y'all. Because if y'all playing games with me, what kind of games was y'all playing with this man? What's really going on here? So Bernard says, hold on, y'all. Daniel invited us to his apartment. No, that ain't it. Maybe this is it from the 13th. No, I think he said he was coming on the 13th. Okay, this one, he says, it's been a lot. This is not a game, nor is my life and the experiences of our family up for debate or entertainment. I only deal with facts and evidence-based, hearsay opinions, and I don't know what that is, what that word is, reports would only support fake news. So I don't know what he was saying there. I don't know what he was saying there, but then there's another message from him. Hold on, let me see if I can find that one, y'all. Where he tells me he's not coming on here because somebody else, another YouTube person who's bigger, I guess this person is bigger than me, I don't know, that he's going to go on their show. He says, thank you, Kiki. I wanted to with Ghana Bound. However, I was invited to record with the platform that introduced Daniel. So I think that is enough. This story, now that is enough. Like, I actually went to him and asked him to come on my show. I didn't go to this man. He came to me, honey. He wrote me. Okay? He wrote me talking about he want to come on here. And then he just said, oh, I changed my mind. Do y'all know this has happened 3 times since I've been doing this show? I mean, dealing with this story. The whole time I've had this show and I've been doing these stories, no one has ever done this. No one. Doing this story, dealing with these people 3 times. Like I said, the only person who's been consistent is Regina. And that's really sad. This story is not about me. It's about everyone. My situation carries weight and irrefutable evidence that you can't lie away. However, as a community, we are affected. If you look through my comments and Ghana Bound and your own platform, you'll see everyone has their story. So are we all lying? Nobody said you all were lying. Nobody said that on this channel. So I don't know what you're talking about. None of us said you were lying. The more people that speak up will show the real gravity of the situation. It's unfortunate that they were yet to build, but answers are still needed. And those out of the loop can reach out and they will be forwarded to the new management of the development who are the appointed chiefs. So I wonder what you got to say now, Bernard Willis. Now, these are grown, overgrown men playing these type of games with me. I told y'all, only person being consistent through this whole thing is Regina. These men, that's what Daniel, remember Daniel was telling us? Remember Daniel was saying that? That's why I said, what's really going on here? What is really going on here? Yes, I've been cheated in the U.S. Companies have also been scamming people. So I don't know why God Abound didn't show up. He just didn't show up. Do you know him? Where's the evidence? A lot of evidence against him. Chris Williams, are you a troll? What is Chris Williams saying? He's innocent. He's innocent. Who innocent, Chris? Daniel? Innocent. What? Daniel, Chris, it's a little bit too late for that, baby. Maybe they tried to get over on him. They did. Chris, they did try to get over on him. That's how it started. But Chris, what I want to know is even if they were trying to get over on him and they did scam him, why in turn would you scam us back? Why wouldn't you tell us, Chris? Why wouldn't you say, don't y'all, this ain't working. They scam me and I don't think we should do this because this seemed like everybody in on this scam. Why would you just let us be set up like that? Mr. Kiing is innocent. Oh, you said Mr. Kiing. Are you his son? You sound like you so young. Mr. Kiing is innocent. Why you think he innocent, baby? Tell us why. We're gonna listen. Okay, you tell us why you think he innocent, and we're gonna listen to why you think he's innocent. Okay, so y'all let Chris tell why he think he innocent. Okay, let me put my glasses on so I can see. Bernard also said that it was family land, which makes no sense. Well, Bernard knew a lot of stuff and he didn't say anything. All right, so that's the problem with Bernard. I have zero interest in going there. Okay, I read that. So I don't understand these grown people, these grown men. I don't understand them. You know, because a man who doesn't keep his word, to me, that's the definition of a man, that you keep your word. You know, and if you're not a man who can keep his word, then, well, I mean, really, what are you? Come on. That's why I don't know what's going on. I'm presenting I believe what Regina is telling me, because everything Regina tells me, she has a receipt to back it up. Okay. When she says she's going to do something, she's going to do something. But these other two people, this Bernard dude and this Ghana Bound dude, girl, honey, I don't know what's up with them. I don't know the games these people playing, honey. I have no clue. Kiki, these guests can't get Wi-Fi tonight. Maybe these guests can't get Wi-Fi tonight. Bernard isn't coming because he wants to go on a bigger channel. And maybe it is. But I emailed him, let me tell you how many days ago. Because when Bernard canceled, something told me to email Ghana Bound and see if he's going to come. He never responded. So I said, oh, these people playing games. These is game playing people. Just going to take up my time like that. You know, let me see. When did I email him? But see, I emailed him on the 17th yesterday. After he confirmed, I emailed him again. And he ignored the email. Yeah. But if something happened, he can call and tell me, something happened. But I think you had 24 hours to call and tell me if something happened. Ghana Bound is in a scary place right now. Is he? Is he near where all this stuff happened? Well, if he's near where all this stuff happened, maybe the internet is out. Land buying is a new phenomenon. Yeah. Yes, the code works free. Oh, good. She said you get 20% off with the code. And guess what? You get free shipping too. Get y'all some. All right. Because I'm telling y'all it's good. $10. Oh, good. It came to $10 with the discount. This is so worth it. That's the best $10 you ever going to spend. I'm telling y'all, it really is. If I can get it on the camera right. It really is. It's the best $10 you ever gonna spend. I'm telling y'all, it's good. Mr. Kiing is innocent, Chris says. Okay, sweetie, we believe you. Okay, you entitled to believe what you want to believe. She said you can buy off the grid land cheap in the United States too. You ain't got to go to Ghana. Yeah, always go to court and check out any land offered land. Okay, all the chiefs are corrupt. I hope I showed y'all everything I was supposed to show y'all tonight. We looked at the video about the interpretation video. We looked at the video that I gave y'all tonight. That I got today. I'm going to release that video so y'all can see that video when y'all want to listen to it again. When he was in the Zoom meeting, which he don't think I'll have access to. Love Life says, Ghana Bound is allegedly staying at Kwame's place, and Daniel saying Kwame is scared for his life. Kwame is packing his stuff to leave, so Ghana Bound may also be in danger. Yeah, I hope not. So we're just gonna see, because I haven't heard from him. So I don't know. If is he in that region? Go confirm with court from your land search and make sure the one approved by the court signs. Okay. So they're just telling them about court. Let me get a couple of more of these and we're going to get off of here. Who sells the land? Anthem. Okay. Okay. Hey, Smitty's Corner. How you doing? Okay, Chris, did you tell us why you think he's innocent? Because like TNK said, there's a lot of evidence against him. You gonna tell us? Our Kathy is back selling African land, but in Ghana now. Chris says, look at America. There's a thing called innocent to proven guilty, and just because a customer had a bad experience doesn't mean the person is a scammer. No, baby, but it's more than just one bad experience, okay? This is more than a bad experience. This is where receipts where they've given Daniel money, okay? And Daniel hasn't given them what they paid for. Like Daniel gave them money for this land, but they haven't gotten access to the land. And that's fraud when somebody does that, sweetie. Okay? So it's more than just a bad experience is, oh, you're rude and disrespectful. No, this is more, babe, than a bad experience. This is you stole my money. You told me I was going to get some land, but I got nothing. That's what this is. Okay, sweetie? It seems like the diasporans are the ones. It is. Somebody else told me that. It's we doing it to each other. People just he's living on the land where two people just got Are you serious? They said Ghana Bound is living on the land where two people just got unalived. I think he has, yeah. Oh, that's why. Okay. What we said about Bernard, yeah. But this dude, Ghana Bound, we're going to wait and see if we hear from him. Because if he's there where all this is, they might not even have access to the internet. they will turn off the internet. So you can't reach nobody. It'll be bad over there. The lights won't even come on. Oh no, that whole situation will be horrible. So let's just wait and see if we hear from Ghana Bound later on. I don't know him, but I just want everyone to be mindful that the cheese and family lands are. But you know what, Jennifer? I told Daniel he can come on here. I told Daniel he can come on here and tell his side of the story. Nobody's we only telling the information we got, because only people giving us information are the people we talking about. Daniel ain't gave us no information, so he can come on here anytime he wants to and tell his side of the story. Chris, several people have come forward. I believe once he is arrested, he can defend himself in court. Chris, what do you mean by one customer? There, yeah, he doesn't know. This person doesn't know that it's been a lot of customers. Chris Williams, what do you mean one customer? He doesn't know, y'all. Did you see the people were taking from them when NPP was in power? Okay. Kiki, maybe the guess. Yes. Okay. T&K, you said that, didn't you? Yeah, you're right now that I think about it. Maybe the land in Ghana has become a nightmare. Ghana Bound is so yeah. And they're in the village. Wow, these people are not respectful of your time. No, they're not. From the interest and from your time, interest, and effort. Exactly. Because, honey, I don't have to do this. I do this for real. There has been other land disputes for another two elderly. Yeah, remember that? The Salter sisters, remember that? When they were found unalived. A person's word is important. Sometimes it may be all they have. Honey, right. So you need to contact me. When this jumped off, you should have said, Kiki, hey, I ain't going to be able to come on there because something just went down. Or Kiki, this just went down. Blah, 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 blah. Because Regina contacted me all the time. So why can't you contact me and let me know what's up? I don't do y'all like that. I take my time to read y'all stuff, to put y'all message out, to tell y'all story. And this take a lot of time. Chris, you don't know what you're talking about. Bernard does live on family land. And wait a minute, let me make this bigger. Bernard does live on family land. Daniel is a liar and he doesn't own land. He is a scammer and he is a thief. Now, on that note, we're going to get off of here tonight. Ooh, are these messages? No, I got all that. We're going to get off here tonight and we will be back on here next week. Next week, Kalisha, I don't know if Kalisha going to come. You know, these people would deal with Daniel, honey. I don't know what they do. Honey, I don't know what they be on. I'm telling you, only one who kept her word is Regina. The rest of these people, honey, I don't know what they doing. I don't know. The only one who like I said, these men, I don't know. I don't know, but you need to know that I am a professional in real life and I'm a busy lady, okay? I do this out of the kindness of my heart because I love my community and I want to keep you guys safe. So please respect my time. Because just like any other company in the world, you can have bad reviews, but these aren't bad reviews, sweetie. You ain't been paying attention. These are bigger than bad reviews, babe. This is not about no bad review. Daniel was paid by many people and nothing was delivered for the money. Now, the next thing we're going to do, once I presented all this receipts, the next thing I'm going to do, Kalisha wants to tell her story. I'm going to see who If you want to tell your story about Daniel, please contact me because we winding Daniel down. Okay. I ain't gonna say we winding Daniel down. Daniel probably gonna be like Black Acres, and we probably ain't never gonna be finished with Daniel. But we're gonna try to go off to other stuff. Okay, we also said that he may be in danger. He's staying at Kwame's place. What does this one say? I will be there. Oh, Kalisha says she coming. Okay. Thank you, Kalisha. All right, Kalisha says she gonna be here tomorrow. Tomorrow. She gonna be here next week. All right, so in between time, I'm gonna continue to keep building this case against Daniel. Okay. I'm going to keep building this case. I'm going to keep showing you where Daniel deliberately sold this land to people knowing he had no right to do so. Okay. Which makes that fraud. You can take this video, you can take any of this evidence on my channel, and you can present this in a court of law as evidence. This is a primary source, people. Okay. So we're going to keep doing that. We're going to keep pushing. We're going to keep telling Daniel, you're more than welcome to come on here and tell your side of the story. But also, people, one thing I do is I got to do something about the situation. I can't just talk about it. So the next thing we're going to do is talk about what the plan of action is. The plan of action is going to be, we're not going to just sit around and talk about what Daniel did. No. Now we're going to move forward. And we're going to stop Daniel in his tracks. So what we're going to do, you got to file complaints, people. You got to file a complaint with the FBI if you're from the United States. If you are from the UK, you got to file a complaint with the fraud alert, people. If you know the name of his bank, if you sent money to him through his bank, you need to call that bank and you need to tell them this was fraud. You need to produce the document from the chief of that village to show that this was fraud. Okay? Because if you don't get your money back from that bank, which you probably won't, at least he will not be able to access that account. If you send it through PayPal, you need to contact PayPal. If you sent the money through Cash App, Western Union, however you sent that money to him, you need to contact them, let them know he's using their business to conduct fraudulent activity. I'm going to do a video so you'll know everything to do so we can plan. But I'm just telling you, this is how we're going to plan our attack. Okay, because you're not just going to do this and think we just going to make videos and talk about it. No, that's not what we do. We call to action on this channel. So those are the two things, the first three things we need to do. How did you send that money to him? File a complaint with the FBI. I'm going to put the links on my community channel so you'll know where to go and how to do it. All right. Then you can also file a complaint in small claims court. Okay? You don't have to go to the UK. You can do it in the United States. You can do it in the United States. He will have to come to the United States and appear in court. If he doesn't come, he's going to lose by default judgment and you're going to win. You can submit that claim to the court in the UK and they will honor that judgment. All right. Oh, I'm going to go through all this again. So don't feel like, I'm going to miss it. No, I'm going to go through it step by step on what we're going to do. Because he's not going to Daniel ain't just going to get away like that. No, we ain't going to just talk about the scamming and then it's gone. No, we're going to shut you down. That's what we do. That's what we do. When we find out you scamming, what do Black Americans historically do? We shut you down. We hit you in your pockets. We boycott you and we shut you down. And that's what we're going to do. Shut him down. That's how you got to do these people. Hit them in their pockets. Hit them in, hit them in their pockets. And that's what we're going to do. Hit him in his pockets. That's exactly what we're going to do. That's how I was trained, honey, to use the policy. Get him with the policy, Kiki. And that's what we're going to do. Okay, good, Kalisha. Thank you. She said she's going to be here. Okay. I misread your comment. Okay, y'all. So, we are done for the night. Action fraud. This is it. Here it is. Yep. But you got to contact your local police first. Okay, so don't think local police ain't going to be able to do anything. But they filed a report. You got to start with your local police. The local police will file the report, and once they file the report, then you go to United States, FBI, UK action fraud, okay? And then you go from there. You tell them how many people are involved. You tell them how much money is involved. This is how they got rid of Marcus Garvey. This is what they did. This was fraud. They did the same thing to him. So, this fraud stuff will get you. Wire fraud, because this is wire fraud. They don't play about wire fraud. That's a federal crime. So, this is how we're going to get him. Okay? So, all that other stuff I could care less about. His wife, beating him up, yelling, oh, okay, whatever. But we here to shut you down. To shut you down. All right? That's what we're going to do. Shut you down. If you're really doing everything these people are telling me you're doing, Daniel, we're going to shut you down. If you're doing everything that these documents are say you're doing, Daniel, we're going to shut you down. Okay? And I told you plenty of times, you can come on here. You can tell your side of the story. If it's not true, come on here and show us how it's not true. But it looked like everything they saying about you is true, Daniel. Because again, I don't know you from anybody. You more than welcome to come. What's your side of the story? This is the people's platform. The people come here and tell their story. You want to come tell yours? Tell your side. But right now, you looking pretty bad, Daniel. You looking like you did this on purpose. And that's going to make you look bad in a court of law. All right, people, we are going to get out of here tonight. Kiki, have you seen the video of Kwame laughing about? No. Where is it at, Joy? Send it to me. Or tell me where it is so I can go find it. I bet they are laughing all the way to the bank. I am UK based. I actually got, good. Okay, so good. She said, I actually got the police crime number through contacting Action. So did you file a complaint with Action Fraud UK? Kalisha? Okay, good, Kalisha. Tell us about that next week. So get everything updated, okay? So you can walk the people through the process on how you did that. All right, Kalisha? Okay, good. Because you got to fight back. People, you got to fight back. Mr. Kiing is not the only one. There's many who are, well, I'm sure it is, Miss Viola. I'm sure it is, honey. I'm sure it is. Because we just look like fresh bait to them. Easy money, honey. That's what they look at us and see. Easy money. Daniel makes enemies all over Ghana by pretending to be like he's the realest. This man is extremely feminine. Arguing with everyone while his woman instructs him. Poor Daniel. Daniel, if this is true, does she beat you up? Does she really tell you what to do? Are you really living like this, Daniel? Daniel. just leave and go back to the UK. She can't go. From what I hear, if she goes back to the UK, she's going to be in trouble. So just leave, Daniel. You can get your benefits. You can take your 2 kids and you can go. Tell them she's abusive to you and get up out of there. And you get custody of them 2 little boys. Because nobody should stay in a situation like this. Not even you, Daniel. And this must be true. Because too many people have said that this woman is the man and you get treated like this. Too many people have told me this. Yeah, that she bosses you around. She talks to you any kind of way. That you scared. That's why you think these other men hiding behind their wives, because you really was hiding behind yours. Is that the case, Daniel? This is really sad. This is really sad. But Daniel, you need to get up through. You need to get yourself out of that situation. Okay, dang. He got scammed too. Hey, lady, how you been? Yeah, he got scammed too, honey. Oh, this is a lot. He got scammed a long time ago. Kiki, maybe the guest can't. Okay, we saw the one about the Wi-Fi. I'm trying to make sure I got all the messages, y'all. Okay, we read that one. Let me see this last one. Web Nation video, 1 hour and 20-minute mark. Title, we moved from the UK to Ghana. Okay. Okay. It's the Kings in. Okay. Okay, it's one of the videos about him and Daniel that he made with Daniel. Okay. Yeah, Daniel got scammed too. So I guess he thought he would pass it on. Which man sends nasty messages to people and block them after they can so they can't what? Daniel, do you send nasty messages to people and then block them so they can't answer? Do you do that? Daniel, businessmen don't act like that, sweetie. Block you. I'm going to get smart with you, then I'm going to block you so you can't answer. 20-minute mark. We moved from UK to Ghana. It's the King's intro video. Okay. Hey, True Serum. He looks like one of Santa's. True Serum. He has sickle cell anemia. That's why he's small like that. I believe sickle cell makes you small. I had a friend who was really small like that, and he had sickle cell. He said no one is getting a refund. Yeah, he did, didn't he? It's real creepy. Kwame, is he a scary dude? Yeah. What's scary about Kwame? Yes, she is the man in the relationship. Even though she claims Daniel is, she stays in the background and pushes him up. I see that to do the dirt. She stands right there while he's talking. She stands right there while he's doing everything. I noticed that. Like she's making sure he says everything she needs him to say. People, it's another way around. Daniel is abusive to his wife. Well, send us the video, because I've been hearing the other way. Send us the video so we'll know. Nobody's talking how this man is titled his live I am. Where, y'all? What I am? I'm going to see. I told y'all, didn't I tell y'all about the cult? I told y'all, Jim Jones. I told y'all. I think the Kings have scammed a lot of family and friends in the UK yeah, they have. All right, y'all. We'll be back on here next week with Kalisha. What I said, she all the same. She's been called a witch many times. All right. So, good people. Chris still says we're capping. Well, I think your name is a cap. Christopher Williams is a singer here. So I think your name is a cap. Okay? How we even know that your channel even real? His wife yelled, no refunds on the video. The court decides that it's fraud. You have to give them the money back. It's theft by deception. Beware of a married couple in Senegal. Who was the couple? Snakes. Who y'all talking about in Senegal? RJ? Who y'all talking about? He takes us out of the group when we ask for. Don't ask him. Take him to court. Alex. Hey, Alex, just take that dude to court. That's all you got to do. Use your court system. Use the policies. There are laws, people. If they break the law, take them to court. He takes out, yeah. Well, just take him to court and tell the judge that. When I asked him questions, he kicked me off the group and then he scammed me. Yeah, so that's all you got to do. All right, y'all, we are done for the night. We will, y'all know I'm going to put on, not RJ. Who is it? Who is it then? African and Blessed to Travel? TB? What's that mean, travel? Who is it? Only people I know and who? Who's the other couple? Tell us, please. Who? Who was the couple scamming in Senegal? Tyann's story of escape is on the same channel. Oh, okay. The wife posted a video, if you call a prayer warrior, talking about how they have been free. See? Didn't the psychologist tell y'all? This is a cult. These are cultist action. What did Jamie Foxx say about Whitney Houston? I'm not calling you a crackhead. So I'm not calling you a cult. I'm just saying your actions are cultish. Okay? You said her actions were crackish. Okay, so Daniel, I take that back. I'm not calling you a cult. I'm just saying, Daniel, that some of your actions are cultish. Okay? You're just a little cultish. Okay? You might want to work on that, dude. Just a little bit. Are you DK? Are you, Daniel, using it? It sounds like it's Daniel, don't it? Or somebody in Daniel's family. Or his son. It sounds like it's somebody sympathetic. That ain't just a regular person. That's not. The video today was so ridiculous. She took no. They never do. They never do. Again, their actions are cultish. All right, y'all. That's all we have for tonight. Ghana Bound, we're still waiting to hear from you. We hope you're okay. So next week, Kalisha will be on here all through the week. I'm going to get out as much video as I can. So please subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can see the videos because they're coming out all hours of the night, y'all. Because I got to keep them moving because I want it all out there. So you can say when you get contacted by the FBI or the fraud people, UK fraud alert, you can say, oh, it's on this video. At 1.9 minutes into the video, you can see the letter. She's explaining to you what it is. So that's why I'm trying to get them out as much as I can. And like I said, Regina, she has been really helping a lot. A lot. These other people, they've been wishy-washy, just trying to make my life more difficult. But it's okay. It's okay. It's all worth it. To get the information out and save some people, it is all worth it. All right, and don't forget, y'all, to go get y'all cream, y'all Mujo creams, okay? Both of them. The chronic tonic, this is the cream, and this is the roll-on gel. And that's what it is. It's a cool roll-on gel, and this is the cream. The cream is cool too, but this is really icy, like icy cool. All right, so get these. I'm telling you, you will not regret it. You'll thank me. All right, and you get 10% off. I think African Repat said it came up to $10, and you get my 20% off and free shipping. All right, thank y'all so much for everything. You guys have a blessed night. And anybody, again, who's got any information about Daniel, please send it to me. And Daniel, again, you're more than welcome to come tell your side of the story, or you can email me and tell me your side of the story, and I'll present it to the people. All right? All right, that's all I have, good people. Stay safe and be warm. And don't forget to get your Mujo cream. The link is in the description box, and you get Kiki 20 for 20% off. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good evening and stay warm out there. Bye-bye.